For quite some time now, I've been wanting to build some sort of really efficient starter base, where you have a small house that doesn't really include all the workbench equipment inside, but you have a loft, you have a nice view. It's simple, it's convenient, and it still feels cozy while allowing you to have lots of storage. So that's what I built. I didn't really do a video building this house because that wasn't really the intent of the video. I didn't want to do a tutorial on it because it's so simple. There's not a whole lot to it. But I did want to do an efficient smelting area. I feel like a lot of people are going to have a pretty similar setup to this, but let's tour the house first with the character kind of walking through. I really like the way the loft turned out. I got a few different things on the walls, things that you might be using, things that you might not, more than enough storage. But I built a workbench and a forge outside, and we did do upgrades on those, but we've got the charcoal kiln and the smelter right outside there as well. But I've removed those, we're going to improve it, and you can see that we've got all the upgrades back here, room for improvement for sure, but I really like outdoors, you have that stuff. I wouldn't say it's a waste of space on the inside, but it looks good outside as well. But we're going to put our smelters like this. This is a tip that I got from Sailorguns Veteran on my most recent live stream video, and he was nice enough to give us this idea right here. This is a good way to put them so that you have easy access to walk around and pretty much you don't have to fight for it. But now we're going to make a little bit of an upper decker for our charcoal kilns so that they can kind of like basically drop coal down onto you. You don't have to have them in the way. They don't have to take up a massive amount of space that you're going to use for other things. So yeah, you basically place them where the spout is off the edge. You need to actually have the right amount of room for them up here. Man, sometimes the charcoal kiln can be a little bit annoyingly fickle. But there we go. We've got two. They're facing a little bit inboard so that they'll put the coal in the same spot, essentially. Gonna clear out the space just a little bit. Then I randomly decide that I want a third, so I use the hoe to raise some ground to the right side, and I want to make sure that I still have a little bit of room to breathe on the right. But yeah, I raise the ground, and you know, this is gonna be perfect because it's gonna give us a little bit of a C shape or a U shape depending on which way you're looking at it. But yeah, as you can see, I placed it too high, but I'm just gonna clear out this space in front of us before we actually notice that. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. We gotta use the hoe, level the ground. Yep, we know what we're doing here. Looks pretty good, but yeah, definitely too high on the right side. So we just, you know, lower the ground a little bit, and then we can place it right back, all pointing toward the middle. I think this is pretty good, and you can tell that we can easily reach them, but we're gonna make a little bit of a platform so that we can just, I don't know, I think it makes sense. It looks good, it feels good, it just feels right. So we're going to add all this, throw some stairs on there, and you know what, we might as well do 3 sets of stairs right there. I think that looks nice. Don't have to have a narrow route to get in there. And then, yeah, this looks pretty good. I like it. We can easily get up there. Let's add some charcoal. Or I guess we're technically adding wood. That becomes charcoal. We still have more than enough room to maneuver around these, and that's just so much better than the way that I had it in the live stream playthrough. I really like this. Super efficient. I really thought this was going to be it right here. It's just, you know, beautiful cinematic drone view around the area. Nice tour of what we've just accomplished. Nothing too fancy, but it is relatively efficient, and I like it. Mostly, I think the house is the best part of this build, which was, again, not the feature, but I want to make a shelf area over here because we can't go all the way to the house every time we have coal or every time we want to smelt some stuff. We want to be able to have a little bit of space and storage right here. So that's exactly what I do. I build some nice looking, moderately decent, not too fancy shelving sections over here. Sections? Shelving? A shelf. It's just a shelf. I think this looks pretty good. It turned out pretty nice. Just gonna do 2 layers right here. We're gonna add a top on it. We're not gonna put any more shelves on top, but I think we definitely could if we really wanted to. But yeah, we gotta make sure to line it up nicely to make it look moderately decent. And then, yeah, we throw the chests in there, and we have more than enough room for 5 long. And so I'm just gonna skip through it. You don't need to see all of that. You can literally see what I did. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. It's a nice little shelf. I'm just gonna get some edging on there. That's a little weird word to say, but yeah, I think it looks nice. I've probably said that 93 times in this video already. I haven't done a post-video commentary in quite a while, so this is slightly unhinged. But hey, look at that. We're adding some more wood to these charcoal kilns for the aesthetic of the video, I guess. And then we're just gonna, I guess, do the same thing while slightly depressed, encumbered. We're just gonna add some stuff to the smelter to make it look like things are working, but obviously this is creative mode, so nothing's actually useful. But hey, proof of concept, and it's just fun for me. I am starting to really enjoy building in this game. Not that I'm very good, but hey, I'm getting better, and I'm having a lot more fun. Oop, okay, get that in there. Can't leave that like that. Okay, yeah. Now we're just gonna do another little walkthrough of the house. I think this house is awesome. Super efficient, very minimal, very simple, but I like the loft. I like the little curve I have at the top of the stairs right there. And, you know, you can still add upgrades, you can still add lots of other stuff if you need to, but you use the space in the outdoors to do all of your working. All of your actual workshop needs are outside, and I think that's a pretty good idea. I've always been the kind of guy who naturally gravitates to putting his workbench and a forge and all that stuff inside, but outside kind of makes sense too, and I think it turns out pretty good. It saves a lot of space inside for something that's very efficient. If you enjoyed this terrible build video, please let me know in the comments. Leave a comment on how you might have done things differently. I started building, I wanted to do this, and I just figured I'd make a video out of it. Nothing too fancy, but I still had a lot of fun. Definitely getting better and enjoying building more in the game. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this garbage, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for stopping by.